Hi, and welcome to Live Life Healthy, Training the Older Adult, Bryson City. I'm your trainer for today, Shannon Royce, and welcome to today's workout. Today we're going to be doing a workout that you can do with you when you travel. So it's super simple. All you need is a mini band and some body weight. You need good vibes, good energy, motivation, perseverance, and I'm just kidding. Just come with a good attitude, come with your mini band, and having said that, that's all we really need. So grab your favorite mini band. I will tell you there are a number of different mini bands that you can use. Some of them are just the rubber stretchy ones. Some of them are ones that have their cloth and they have grippers in them. And personal preference, I like these ones, the cloth ones, for anything that we're gonna do with our legs because they stay put. The rubber stretchy ones are really great for when you're doing your upper body arm ones. So that's personal preference. You don't have to have separate bands. Use what you have. I'm just letting you know what I like. All right. So having said that, we're going to take our band. We're going to come down to the floor. And we're going to take our band and put it on over the top of our thighs. So slip it on. And you want to do this while you're sitting down just so you don't create any kind of trip hazards. It's a lot easier to pull it on instead of trying to step in it and balance and fall and trip. That's never any good. Okay, so we're going to come on down to our side, and you can support yourself. You can either come all the way down and have your head supported, or we can be slightly raised up, whatever is comfortable to you. We are going to have our, you can keep your bottom leg bent, or you can keep it straight, whichever one feels most comfortable. But the key here is to keep everything in alignment. So we don't want our hips rolling back. We don't want our hips rolling forward. We want everything stacked, okay? You do want to keep this top leg straight. You want to keep your foot flexed. And we're going to do side lying leg raises. So we're going to do 20 on each side. All right, so propped up, elbow and shoulder in alignment. We have our hips stacked, our knees stacked, our foot is flexed. Okay, you can use the top hand on the floor as support. You can put it on your hip, whatever's most comfortable. And we're going to do 20 on each side. So just work your range of motion. You want the band just above the knees, not pressing into the knees. Okay, so we have 20 on each side of these. All right, so when you've done 20 on one side, and you will feel a nice deep burn in here. That's kind of the point, working the side of that glute. And then you're gonna flip over. Same thing, you can have your knee bent or have it straight, whichever gives you the most comfort. The key is that we're in a nice straight line. So my heel, my knee, my hip, and my shoulder are all in a straight line, and keeping that foot flexed. And it doesn't have to be a big movement. You just need to feel the movement here in the side of the glute. Okay, so that's move number one, side lying mini band leg raises. The second work movement we're going to do is a side lying clam. So, yep, we're gonna get the side of the booty yet again, okay? So this time we are gonna bend our knees. We're gonna have our feet stacked, our knees stacked, our hips stacked, okay? Again, you can stay propped up or you can be down on the floor and be supported with something underneath your head so that you have good neck alignment. What I don't want is your head way down here and we've got our neck all cocked up and our shoulders. So you want it nice and level or come on up. All right, so we're going to keep our feet together and we're going to just open and close those knees just like a clamshell. Again, working the side of the glute, okay? And on this, again, we have 20 on each side. And when you've done your 20 on that side and it burns really good, then we're going to turn over and we have 20 on the other side. Again, making sure that we have everything stacked. Everything is in alignment. So what you don't want to do is open up so big that we start to bring in our low back, okay? This is a targeted movement for the side of the glute, so we want to keep all of the effort there. And by doing that, we just keep it a nice small movement and really just work the glutes, okay? So that is movement number two. Number three is a plank, okay? We're going to hold that for 1 minute. That's our goal, okay? So there's two different ways we can hold this plank. The first way is we can come up on our hands and basically hold it like a push-up. So we want to have a nice straight body, okay? pull the belly button to the spine, all right? You want to tuck your pelvis. You want to push back into the balls of those feet. Have your wrists directly underneath your shoulders. Gaze is down at the floor. And you want to pull up. You want to engage that core. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze your quads, pressing down with all 10 fingers into the mat. And you will start to shake, okay? And that's okay. So this is one version, all right? This is the push-up hold. The other option you have is to come down onto your forearms. Same mechanics. Little lift, belly button into the spine, forearms down on the mat, gaze down at the mat, pushing back into those feet. All right, lifting up and holding, pressing down, lifting up through the shoulders. Okay, so we have that version. If it gets really tough to hold yourself up like that, you can be on your knees, okay, and just pull that belly button up to the spine and hold for as long as you can. And shaking is okay, it's natural, all right? So really the key to this, to engage the core and not have it in your low back, is to pull that belly button up into the spine, and then you get your core nice and tight, stay slightly lifted so that we don't create any issues, especially if you have any sciatic or low back issues. We don't want anything to sag and droop and drop and then create some issues there. We're trying to avoid that, okay? So the fourth movement we're going to do, and this is where you can grab whichever band you have. I happen to still have my cloth band on hand. We're going to do no money. So this is going to work the back of the shoulders, okay? So you take the band that you're using, and you'll have to play with this to decide which tension is going to work for you, but you have it on your hands, your thumbs are free, palms are up. We want to squeeze in like we're squeezing towels underneath our arms, okay? Shoulders are back, chest is up, and we're going to pull the band out and apart. And you can't really see with this band, so hang on just a sec. Here's one with lighter resistance, and it's the rubber one. This one's by Rogue, okay? So again, we tuck it in, we squeeze our lats, palms face up, and we just pull apart. So we have money, we have no money, okay? So we have 40 of these. And as you can see, I'm working my back, squeezing those shoulder blades together, all right? This again is not a big movement, all right? We keep it nice and tight, squeezing those towels under our arms, everything turned on and engaged, okay? So we have 40 of those. The next move, we're gonna go back to our legs, again, putting on the mini band of choice. So I'm going to sit, as I demonstrated before. You don't really want to stand and put your mini band on just for safety's sake, okay? So we want to slip this on just above the knees, okay? Then we can come on up to standing. And these are called Kung Fu squats. So I'll show you from the side. So my feet are about hip width apart so that I get the engagement in the band in my abductors, my outer thighs, everything is turned on, okay? We're going to take one hand, take your fist, put it in the palm of that hand, and I want you to press into that so that you activate the back part of the body, okay? So just take a moment, take your fist, press it into your hand, and push in, and you will feel your shoulders and your back and your glutes engage, okay? And then we're gonna drop down, and we have 20 of these. So we want good alignment. We want knees over ankles. We want our chest up, our gaze up and forward, all right? And down, and just work your range of motion, okay? But keeping the tension on the band, keeping the tension in the back part of the body, okay? So we don't want any knees over toes. We want straight down and continually pressing out on this band to engage the glutes, the outer thighs, keep the back engaged with our Kung Fu squats. Okay, then we have another arm workout. These are called bow and arrows. All right, so mini band. So what we'd like to do is keep our wrists straight, okay? We're at an angle here, so both palms face the floor, grabbing the band, my shoulders are back and retracted. I want to keep my wrists straight as I pull apart, and I push with the front arm and I pull with the back arm, okay? So I'm pulling it back towards my chest, little movements, again, working the back of the shoulder blade. Okay, but the key is keep those wrists nice and straight. We don't want anything bent or crooked, okay? And when you've done 20 on one side, you'll go ahead and switch. Okay, switch your grip. And again, palms down, keep the wrists nice and straight, keep the shoulders pulled down and back. All right, work that range of motion. And again, you can determine your resistance by the band that you choose. And we do 20 on that side. All right. And then the last movement that we do is, it's called an inverted plank. So this one can be kind of tough. You can choose to put a mini band on your thighs if you want a little extra. You probably won't need a little extra, but we're going to try to hold this for a minute, okay? And there's no really good way to modify this, so put a minute as your goal and just try to do what you can. But what we're going to do is our feet are going to be, our heels are down, our toes are up, okay? My elbows are down, I'm making my fists, and I'm going to basically lift up. All right, so let me show you. Okay, so my legs are straight, and already I can feel that in my hamstrings and in my butt. So you want to keep things lifted, nice and high, drive in, okay? And try to go for a minute. These are tough, okay? That's why we save them to the very end. But you should be able to do it. Just do for as long as you can and gradually work up to a minute. So I hope you enjoyed the travel band workout. Again, you need your body weight, 1 or 2 different types of bands, and about 10 minutes of your time. So thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you think. Have a great day. Movement is life. Live life healthy.